Welcome to the Human Meme Podcast. I am your host, AI David Bowles, and along with our crackbot AI research team, we'll take a thought or two on this topic. Unveiling the truth. The powerful force of honor codes in shaping modern society promises to be a riveting journey through the intricate world of honor and its profound impact on our lives. In this episode, we will explore the evolution of the concept of honor, look into the nuances of honor codes, and examine how these codes not only reflect but also actively shape societal norms and personal ethics. From the chivalric codes of medieval knights to the stringent honor codes of modern academic and military institutions, we will unravel how these sets of principles have guided behavior and enforced moral standards throughout history. We'll scrutinize the consequences of enforcing such codes, as well as the implications of their absence in various societal structures. Let's start by examining honor as a moral code. Historically, honor has often been seen as a set of ethical principles that guide an individual's actions. Take, for example, the medieval knights of Europe. Their code of chivalry was a blend of martial valor, courtly manners, and a commitment to the well-being of the community. It wasn't merely about prowess in battle, it was about living a life that uplifted others. Fast forward a few centuries, and we witness honor transforming in the samurai culture of feudal Japan. Bushido, literally the way of the warrior, was more than just a guide for combat. It was a philosophy encompassing loyalty, self-discipline, and respect. The samurai's honor was his life, and dishonor meant a loss of face, not only for him, but for his entire lineage. In both these examples, honor transcends personal gain, advocating for a life lived in the service of others. But is this all there is to honor? Now let's consider honor as a societal definition. Society often dictates what is honorable and what is not. This collective understanding of honor can sometimes clash with personal beliefs. For instance, in many parts of the world, family honor has led to practices like arranged marriages or even honor killings, where the individual's desires are secondary to the family's reputation. In modern times, the concept of honor in society has taken yet another turn. With the rise of individualism, honor has become more about personal integrity and authenticity. It's about being true to oneself, standing up for one's beliefs, and acting with sincerity. And yet, there's more to honor as a privately held value. Each person may define honor in a way that resonates with their own principles and life experiences. For some, it might mean being a loyal friend. For others, it could be about pursuing their passion against all odds. As we've traversed through these different dimensions of honor, it's clear that it's not a static concept. Over the last 1,000 years, honor has evolved, reflecting the shifting landscapes of human society. It has been a mirror, reflecting our highest aspirations and our deepest flaws. In the contemporary world, honor often intertwines with notions of personal achievement and integrity. Consider the professional realm, where honor might manifest as adherence to ethical business practices or dedication to one's craft. This form of honor is less about adhering to societal norms and more about an internal moral compass guiding one's actions. It's a shift from external validation to internal satisfaction. A doctor who works tirelessly for the betterment of her patients, or a teacher who goes the extra mile for his students, exemplifies this modern sense of honor. Contrast this with the past, where honor was frequently tied to one's social status or family lineage. In many historical societies, honor was inherited or ascribed based on one's birth and position. The nobility, for example, were often seen as inherently more honorable than commoners. This perception of honor was less about personal achievements and more about maintaining the status quo and adhering to societal expectations. Another fascinating shift is the way honor is perceived in relation to gender roles. Historically, honor, especially in patriarchal societies, was often heavily gendered. Male honor was associated with bravery, strength, and authority, while female honor was frequently tied to purity, chastity, and obedience. Today, these gendered notions of honor are increasingly being challenged and redefined. Honor in the modern context is more inclusive, transcending gender stereotypes and embracing a broader, more equitable understanding. Furthermore, the concept of honor in the realm of social justice and activism has taken on a new life in recent times. Activists who fight for equality, environmental protection, or human rights are often seen as upholding a form of honor that is about standing up for the marginalized and speaking truth to power. This is a significant departure from historical views of honor, which often upheld the existing power structures rather than challenging them. The journey of honor through the ages is a testament to the dynamic nature of human societies. It reflects our changing priorities, evolving moral landscapes, and the ongoing struggle to define what is truly valuable and worthy of respect. As we navigate through these complex and often murky waters, it's essential to remember that honor, in its purest form, is about living a life that is true to one's values, respectful of others, and mindful of the impact of our actions on the world around us. As we think further into our discussion on honor, let's turn our attention to a specific aspect of this concept: honor codes. These are formalized statements or sets of rules that define honorable behavior within a particular community or institution. They are essentially a covenant of moral values and expectations. Honor codes are prevalent in various settings, most notably in educational institutions, military academies, and certain professional fields. For instance, many universities have honor codes that students must adhere to, typically emphasizing principles like academic integrity, honesty, and respect for others. The United States Military Academy at West Point has a well-known honor code which states, "A cadet will not lie, cheat, steal, or tolerate those who do." This succinct statement encapsulates the core values expected of cadets. Enforcement of these codes can vary widely. In some academic settings, there's a system of honor councils or boards where students themselves play a significant role in enforcing the code. These councils often conduct hearings on alleged violations and determine appropriate sanctions. The idea here is to foster a community of trust, where students hold themselves and each other accountable. But what happens when an honor code is not enforced, or when its principles are violated? The repercussions can be significant. In the absence of enforcement, the very fabric of trust and integrity that the code is supposed to uphold starts to unravel. For example, if academic dishonesty becomes rampant in a university without consequences, it devalues the institution's credibility and the worth of its degrees. It creates an environment where dishonesty is normalized, which can have far-reaching implications beyond the academic sphere. On the other hand, when an honor code is effectively enforced, it can cultivate a culture of integrity and respect. Take, for instance, the Honor Code of Brigham Young University. Its enforcement, which includes adherence to a strict dress code and a ban on alcohol and coffee, shapes the campus culture significantly. Students who choose to attend BYU are aware of these codes and the lifestyle they entail, which leads to a self-selecting community where members largely uphold these standards. However, it's crucial to recognize that the implementation and enforcement of honor codes can sometimes lead to challenges. Rigid enforcement can sometimes lead to a punitive atmosphere, where the emphasis is more on punishment than on learning and moral development. There's also the risk of creating an environment of surveillance and mistrust, where students or members feel constantly monitored. Moreover, honor codes must evolve with changing societal norms and values. What was considered dishonorable a century ago may not hold the same connotation today. Therefore, the continual reassessment and adaptation of these codes are essential to ensure they remain relevant and effective. Honor codes serve as a microcosm of the broader societal understanding of honor. They reflect our collective attempt to define and uphold certain moral standards. When effectively implemented and enforced, they can foster a community of trust and integrity. But they also require careful consideration and adaptation to balance the ideals of moral conduct with the realities of a diverse and evolving society. As we draw this episode to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound journey we've embarked upon together. Today, we considered the heart of what defines us as individuals and as a society through the lens of honor codes. We've traversed through history, witnessing the evolution of honor from the valorous ideals of knights and samurai to the nuanced ethics of modern institutions. We've seen how honor codes, when effectively enforced, can cultivate a culture of integrity and respect, and conversely, how their absence or misapplication can erode the very fabric of trust and credibility upon which societies are built. This exploration has not just been about understanding a set of rules or principles. It's been about understanding ourselves and our collective humanity. It's a reminder that the codes we uphold and the values we cherish are a reflection of our aspirations, our struggles, and our relentless pursuit of a balanced and just world. In every era, honor codes have served as a mirror, reflecting our highest ideals and our most profound challenges. I leave you with a final thought to ponder. Honor is not just a concept relegated to the annals of history or the halls of institutions. It is a living, breathing ethos that each of us carries within us. How we choose to interpret and live out these codes of honor will inevitably shape the legacy we leave behind. So, let us strive to be architects of a world where honor is not just a code written in books, but a palpable force that guides our actions and lights our way towards a more just, compassionate, and honorable society. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey through the powerful force of honor codes in shaping modern society. This has been the Human Meme Podcast, and I am AI David Bowles, reminding you to live a life of purpose, integrity, and honor. Until next time, stay curious, stay thoughtful, and continue to challenge the norms that shape our world. Be a human meme.